Hi lovelies, you're welcome back to another interesting tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing us how I made this beautiful puppy pillow for a baby. Trust me, this is very easy to make and it's something you want to watch to the end. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like and share this video, alright? So let's get straight to the tutorial. Alright guys, so right here we have our doll face bridal satin and we're actually making use of the navy blue color because this complements our nursing pillow we made earlier. So if you actually want to learn how to make the nursing pillow, kindly watch the last uploaded video. Alright, so right here for the measurements, we're making use of 10 inches by 12 inches. That is to say the length of our puppy pillow is 10 inches. This is 10, while the width is 12 inches, and we have two panels for this. So what I'm going to do next is to fold this in 4. When you're done with your fold, you go ahead and insert your measurements. So right here we're making use of 5 to 6 inches. So first I'm marking 5 inches here. Then after that I will go ahead and mark 6 inches at this upper part. Once we're done marking this, we're going to connect the dots together. Then go ahead and cut this out. So the reason why we are marking 6 by 5 is because we don't want it to be a regular circle. Alright, we want it to have a kind of irregular shape. So I'm going to open this up so you see what it looks like. So can you see this? The circle is not actually full. So this is what we have here, 1 and 2. Once we are done cutting the base of the pillow, we are going to set this aside and go ahead and cut out the ear. Now this ear is going to give you that baby look. Okay, so the length of this ear is going to be 8 inches by 5 inches. You can decide to make this 6 inches depending on what you want to work with. Now I'm going to fold this into 4 and I went ahead to mark out 2.5 inches and I'm going to mark that round. After we're done marking this, we're going to connect the dots together and we're going to cut this out. So once we're done cutting this out, I went ahead to slash this in 2. Then after slashing this, you're going to repeat the same process on another fabric just to give us 4 panels. So right here we have 4 panels. This is 1, 2, then 3, 4. Alright, so 2 is going to serve as one ear while the other one will serve as the other ear. Alright, so this is how it's going to position. Can you see? Now if you notice on our circle, it has some slanted edge. That is where we are going to be inserting this ear. Now you're going to take this to your sewing machine and you're going to sew 1/2 inch round and repeat the same thing for this area. So let's go and do that. Alright, I'm done sewing this and I'm going to be turning it inside out. Can you see what it's looking like? If you actually want yours to be longer, all you have to do is just to increase the length of your measurements. Now for the fiber, we're going to be using this to fill in our ear. Okay, so we're going to fill this, we're going to stuff this up until you get your desired fullness. Like I said in the previous video, you can actually get this fiber in the market or in the furniture store. Alright, but if you actually don't have any of this at your disposal, you can actually make use of a soft scrap fabric. Okay, just make sure it's soft and comfortable for a baby. So we're going to repeat this on the other ear, then take it to the sewing machine and sew it down. So I took this to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew it down. Alright, and I'll repeat the same thing for the other side as well. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch this down, and this is what we have. And the next thing we're going to do is to attach this ear to the main fabric, and this is how I'm going to place this. Remember, I said this ear is going to be laying on the slanted edge of our circle. Okay, then I went ahead to use my office pin to hold this in place. So after pinning this, I will take this to the sewing machine and I will stitch 1/2 inch all the way around. Can you see how the inside is going to look like? Now the next thing I'm going to do is to mark 3 inches. This is going to serve as the space in which we're going to use when turning this inside out. So right now I'm going to mark out that 3 inches. This is 1 and this is 2. Alright, so I'll take this to the sewing machine. I'll stitch from this area 1/2 inch, and I'll stop at this other area. So let's go and do that immediately. Alright guys, we are done with the stitches and we're going to turn this inside out. So can you see what our pillow is looking like? The shape is actually coming out. So if you're done with this, you can take this to your ironing table and give it a very good press, making sure all the edges are laying very flat. Alright, so once we are done arranging our pillow, from the edge of this pillow we are marking 4 inches. Can you see 4 inches? Then from the downside we're going to come up by 2 inches. Alright, then we're going to find the midpoint between these 2 marks and indicate it. So from that particular point we're going to go vertically and we're going to get the midpoint, which is still 5. Okay, now from that point in the middle we're going to be marking 2 inches round. So the reason why we are doing this is because we want the upper part of our pillow to be wider than the lower part. I hope you really understand what I'm saying. So from that middle point we're marking 2 inches and we're going to mark it round. So if you look at these marks carefully, you will find out that the upper part where we have our ear is actually bigger than the lower part. Now we're going to take this to the sewing machine. We're going to sew on this circle. Okay, so while sewing this, make sure your stitches are actually very neat. Now the next thing we did is to measure. To cut out a strap, we measured from this edge to this other edge. That is the circle we marked earlier. So the measurement we have here is 4 inches. So the strap we're actually working with is going to be 5 inches. So by the time we sew the hem, which is 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch, what we are going to have left is 4 inches. Alright, so guys, we've gone ahead to sew this and we left one edge open. Okay, now I'm going to fix this on one edge of the circle and we're going to stitch this down. Can you see? Let me show you what I'm doing properly. This is the circle we have here. Now we're going to place this open edge down, then take it to the sewing machine and stitch it, then turn it over and stitch the other part up. Okay, so I'm going to do this and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So can you see what it looks like here? Can you see this? It's being sewn neatly. Now the next thing you want to do is to come in with your fibes and we'll go ahead and fill from this hole here. We're going to fill up the round space, okay, the one that we have available. So we're going to stuff this until it is very full and fluffy. Please, while doing this, you want it to be soft. You don't want it to be too light, neither do you want it to be too hard. Okay, just make it soft in a way that is going to be very comfy for a baby. So after we are done stuffing the fiber, this is what it looks like. Can you see this? Now the next thing we're going to do is this open edge. We're going to come in with our sewing needle and stitch it up. So while stitching this up, kindly make sure your stitches are very neat. Okay, so guys, this is the finished work after locking up all the edges. this is what the pillow should be looking like. Okay, this looks like something that will be appealing to a baby. So the next thing we want to do is to cut out a long strap which we're going to use in attaching this pillow to the nursing pillow. So what we are going to do next is to measure this nursing pillow. So can you see where I'm taking the measurement from? So what we have here is 16 inches. So after I've gotten this, I went ahead to cut out a long strap of 16 inches. I'm going to be adding 1 inch. This is going to serve as my seam allowance, and what I marked out here is 17 inches. Now I folded this in two. I'll take it to a sewing machine and I went ahead to stitch 1/2 inch on this line. Alright, so while stitching the 1/2 inch, I left about 1 inch in order to turn this inside out. So let me stitch this immediately. So we are done stitching our strap. Now we went ahead to stitch both the edges as well. Can you see this? And here as well. Then we'll turn this inside out and give it a very good press. So after we are done ironing this, we went ahead to attach our velcro to the straps. Now can you see how this velcro is looking like? This is what you should get. So we went ahead to cut out just 1 inch of this velcro, and I'll show you where the placement is going to be. So you're going to place one here, then you're going to turn this over and place the other end. Okay, so by the time you fold this is how it's going to be overlapping. All right, so I took this my sewing machine and I'm going to sew down the 4 edges. So guys, we've done this. Can you see what it's looking like? The stitches are very neat. Now we are going to go ahead and attach this to our puppy pillow just like this, then take it over to the nursing pillow. Guys, can you see this? Now we came in with our nursing pillow and we're going to be attaching this. All right, then turn it over and hook it up. Alright guys, so this is the end product and this is how to make a puppy pillow for a baby. Okay, if you actually got value from this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share these videos with your soul friends and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Alright, so guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.